Okay, folks, none of you guys that's watching this video right now can't tell me you don't like tacos, right? So if you like tacos and you like potatoes, then check this version out. Today we're doing taco stuffed baked potatoes, and we about to get it. Matter of fact, if you guys come on in here, we're gonna start it off like this time. If you look at these ingredients right here, right? I'm gonna pay attention. I want you guys to pay attention and start right here. Look, we making our own taco seasoning. Now, there's nothing wrong with buying them in those packages or whatever, but you probably have everything you need to make them. Don't forget, the full ingredient list is on my website, smokingandgrillingwithab.com, and that's WITAB.com. As you can see, just some other ingredients here, you know what I mean? But again, that's on my website. And then I'm gonna tell you this right now, this is 80-20. You know what I mean? I like the flavorful, style beef. If you want to do it a little bit more healthier, you can do 90-10. And those of you guys who want to be extremely healthy with the beef, we can always do 93-7. Let's get it. Okay, so look, reason I come over here, because look, you want to go ahead and preheat your oven, right? So I'm doing 375. You can see I'm almost there right now, but that's essential. You do this. This is one of them very, very fast videos to prepare. You know what I mean? We're going to put them in here for about an hour, but after that, then the rest of it is just assembly. So let's come on back over here. Okay, so you can see I didn't clear my workstation off, right? Come on in here. This right here is going to be key. I've already washed and cleaned these, right? So this is what we're getting ready to do. I'm getting ready to take a fork, because when I put them in the oven, listen, we want to get these soft enough so that we can, open this and break all of that potato inside of here down, right? So you want to go ahead and just get yourself a fork and just go ahead and make some stabs like this on the top, right? This is just to let the steam out, folks. All right, so let me finish doing that. Now, if you've been watching me for a minute, you see that I usually make a perforation down the middle and like this, so that when I push them on the side, it open up. But this time we're gonna do something a little bit different. Now, as you see, we got them all, I guess you still can call it perforated, right? But that's just to let the steam out, right? So now I'm gonna go ahead and add some. Now, don't forget, you guys, I use extra virgin olive oil, and it's infused. This is Branch and Vine. You know what I mean? I just love using their products. For one, when I say infused, I mean infused. Like sometimes when you buy other brands, they don't have the quality that the Branch and Vine has. You know what I mean? Now this one happens to be scallion, which I need to get some more because I'm getting low. So what I'm doing is I'm putting this all over here like this. Okay, so speaking of Branch and Vine, I want you guys to take a look at this right here. Look, these are salts. They vegan salts. I gotta say that because I don't even know how that affects nothing. This right here is fire, right? We got black garlic salt, and then right here we got that bacon, salt. I promise you, no pork products is made in this. This is truly a vegan, and it's smoky. These two right here got a smoky, nice flavor, but especially this one right here. This is the kind of salt that I use when I'm ready to elevate, and stand up. Not the one that I cook with. This is like my finishing product, right? So, I always do, you know what, we're gonna change up. I always do the bacon. I think now we're just gonna go ahead and go with this black garlic. You see it? And we just. Okay, now that I got the black garlic salt on here, what we're gonna do is put this in here like this. We're gonna set a timer for 1 hour, and then we'll check it. Okay, so listen, this is what I got. We got 45 minutes on our timer. I know we're getting close, right? So what I'm gonna do is now we're gonna go ahead and prep our taco meat, right? So real simple. What I'm gonna do is add a little extra virgin olive oil right here. Even though this is 80-20, it's gonna produce its own, I still like to just add something to it. What I'm doing is just heating this up, getting the pan, hot. I got a medium flame underneath, so we'll just keep letting that, build up. I believe it's hot enough. What I'm gonna do is just drop it in just like this. You can hear it, we got heat. I like to talk about having one of these meat mashers, right? So as we let that form a little bit of a crust, now I'm gonna take my meat masher. I'm using hex-clad pots and pans. These are like my favorite. But if you're using a non-stick pan, that has that coating on there, you don't want to use metal utensils. So you especially want to get yourself one of these. So you see how I break that up? See how easy it does? Down, twist, and I just do like that. Now I'm gonna let it just cook just a little longer. Okay, so you can see when the pinkness, it goes away. Look at that. That's nice right there. All right, so now I'm getting ready to come with my seasoning. Now this is our taco seasoning that we made ourselves. You guys, man, try this and you'll find like you don't always have to go and buy it. So if you're ever in a pinch and you don't have it, you probably have all of these ingredients in there, right? So we're just gonna go ahead and just add that in, just like that. All right, so now I'm just gonna work this in here like this, and now look at the meat. You know, now it's starting to look like taco meat, huh? Look at that right there. I got a trick for you too. If you would like, you can add yourself like a tablespoon, depends on how thick you want it to be. You can add a tablespoon of cornstarch here. Sometimes you can do flour. I like cornstarch because it cooks the flour out quicker, and I've never had no failure with that. But look at this right here. Now we got taco meat. Now, what it should have did was kick back a real aromatic aroma, right? To tell you, hey, somebody walk in your house right now, they like, hey, we having tacos? You can tell them, yeah, we having them. But look at this right here. Now I'm finna turn my fire off. We don't want to just overcook it. And what I'm doing is I'm just blending all of our taco seasoning in here. But you see that right there? Uh-huh. I got all kind of ways you can like level this up. You could add some W sauce to it. You guys tell me down in the comment section below, what would you do? Okay, so here, I'm just gonna go ahead and prep my chives. You wanna cut these down small. And you know, when you buy them, sometimes they be having a little moisture on them, especially if you had them in your refrigerator. So I like to get these out the way, right? Just something like that. I can actually make them smaller than that, but that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this down. Then we're gonna go ahead and prep our onions. All we're doing is just dicing. And you know, we'll get everything ready. In just a minute, my timer's gonna go off, and then we finna assemble, folks. Okay, so I did my chives. You know, you can put jalapenos on it. It's up to you how you wanna do it. Of course, we're gonna do onions, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead. I just cut me a little piece off my block. And I always tell people it is best for you to shred your own cheese, especially in this case right here, because you're not gonna have all of that heat like you would normally have to melt cheese, right? So you just use as much as you shred as much as you would like. Do it on the small side. You know what I mean? I only got 3. You know what I mean? But I know a couple of these cats just gonna be eating these right now. They're gonna be saying, hey man, you ain't got no more cheese. So I'm not gonna bore you. Let me finish just shredding this down. Then we'll go ahead and dice up our tomatoes. All right, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and cut these down. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like jalapenos that are thick, right? So we just cut them down like this. Then I'm gonna take that little seed, the little inside membrane. I want you to look at this right here. For those of you, I gotta say this, for those of you guys that like to have that little heat, you don't have to do what I do, but I do this right now because I like the taste of the jalapeno. You know what I mean? But I just don't want them seeds in there, folks. Your boy AB, he a lightweight. All right, so we can go ahead and hit cancel. I can bring this out this way. All right, now we can just put this on the counter. I already had pre-checked it. It was already ready. So we'll just take it, put it over here. Now here's the thing. When you working with baked potatoes, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you about the obvious. When they hot, you gotta make sure you able to let them cool just enough so you can put your hands on them, hold them, and do all of that, right? So I'm gonna just take this right here, and I'm just gonna go ahead. As you see my hand jump back, this is still a little bit on the hot side, right? So I'm gonna take this, I'm just gonna set that over here just like that. All right, so now you just wanna get yourself your fork. See, when they done right, look at how this just breaks up like this. Right? Now, it wouldn't be a baked potato without that right there, right, folks? So, I don't want to go all the way on the edge. You know why? Because I want it to still be able to keep its integrity, you know, as you serve it. So, I'm going to go ahead and cut down the rest of them. Let that butter melt. Ooh-wee. All right, so look, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to just show you how I used to do it. I would have perforated it this way. You know, I make it like an eye, right? So you go down that way, and then you just bring this down this like this. Now that's still hot. And the reason for the perforation, check this out. All right, so then if you take it after it's perforated like that, you see how it just opens up? You see that? That's what I was talking about. So you can do it either way. Do it that way. Because then you end up with it. When you do it this way, you end up with this piece right here. I cut them like this when I do it double style. So that means I would take everything out even that, then I would push that down in there and then put everything back. That's when we say we're gonna bake it twice, right? So we do that, and guess what, folks? We're gonna go ahead and drop this in there. Just like that. I know y'all wanna come over here and eat right now. Don't trip. By the time you get here, all this be gone. Okay, so when it gets soft like this is what you want, right? You guys can, you see what I mean? Listen, you leave it like that, and if you want to, once you eat it, then for me, I eat the whole thing. They say the nutrients is in the skin too, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get myself a little bit of this black garlic, and I'm going to just sprinkle myself a little bit of this in here in each one of these. Well, I'll leave it like that for that one. And then what I'm gonna do is do a little bit of this bacon sea salt. All right, now let me get myself a, you know what? Let's get myself a spoon. Let's take this, and now we'll start over here and just starting to add this on there. Now, if this needed to be heated up, you guys can go ahead and just heat it up a little bit, right? But you're getting the point of it now. So that when you put the heat on there, what's the heat for? That's right. Just so that we can go ahead and hit it with this little bit of cheese. All right, now we do the same thing over here. All right, now we're finna come with the sour cream. I don't know about y'all, but I like sour cream on here. You know what I mean? Obviously, that's gonna be mine in the middle. Don't trip, I did forget to put my onion on there, but I'm gonna put it on there. But right now, we just gonna say that these need to have onions on them over here. Then we'll just put it over the top, right? So, give me a dab, right? And then for those of you guys that like to have a little bit of that tomato on here, you guys can just put this on here. I love the way the colors look, you know? You can just mix all this together. You know how it is when you go out and eat. You know how we do. We gotta have that baked potato, right? So when they say loaded, I'm sure they don't come like this, right? So we just put these on here like that. And then for those of you guys that wanna have those jalapenos, you can go ahead and just put a few slices on here like this, you know? And then you could just work them in however you want to, and we just leave it just like that. So with that being said, I'm finna take a picture of this. Let me clean some of this up, take a picture, and I'm ready to eat, folks. Okay, so come on in here, take a look. You guys can see. I'm gonna let the camera move around them. You guys can make these any kind of way, but I wanna let you know that taco seasoning that we made ourselves, right, that we put in here, hands down, if you got anything left over, especially if you see it made these three and I got something left over, you might as well go ahead and get your corn tortillas and go ahead and make yourself some. Go ahead and make yourself some. So listen, with that being said, I'm not finna mess these up. You know what? I promise I'm finna give these. I don't want to be selfish. You know, we all know it's good. I've been eating the meat on my own anyway. Pause. So with that being said, I want you guys to talk to me down in the comment section below. Let me know what you like about this, what you don't like. Would you have left the seeds in your jalapenos? You know, whatever it is, I would like to know. So that way I might take that, bring it into my, my bag of tricks, and then level it up. Now, listen, if you guys are new to my channel, let me take this time to say, hey, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button, and tell everybody out there, there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. And you know how I leave these videos. I'm out. Peace.